Welcome back, students. I hope you have enjoyed doing your assignment. Definitely few difficulties would be there and I'm there to solve it. Correct? Okay. Before I solve your difficulties, we'll see some errors that were made in assignment. Question number 1, MCQ. HXF is printed instead of HCF. Question number 10, multiple choice. C, 21, 3 and 13 instead of 2, 3 and 13. This 23 is wrongly printed there. And in question number 23, the last words in that question, last few words in the question is 8 and 12 and 24 instead of 8 and 12 is a 24. Now when I have given you the solution of this assignment, I have already corrected in the questions. So see the solution, already the corrected assignment is there, right? Some errors in the video as well. This is Euclid's algorithm, Euclid's division lemma. A is equal to BQ plus R, where R is greater and equal to 0 and less than B. If you take B equal to 1, then remainder would be 0. B equal to 2, remainder either 0 or 1. B equal to 3, remainder either 0, 1 or 2 and so on. Right? So, taking B equal to 1 here gives you 1 Q. So, you may write Q. If you take B is equal to 2, you can take 2Q. If you take B is equal to 3, it is 3Q, 4, 4Q, 5, 5Q. Then remainder 0. So plus 0, remainder, there are two remainders, possible remainders are 2. So 2 times 2Q you have to write. Remainders are 3, so write 3 times 3Q. 4 different remainders are possible. So 4Q and 4Q. Here 5 different remainders are possible. So 5Q 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 times. Yeah. Plus 0, plus 1. Plus 0, plus 1, plus 2. Plus 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. Plus 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 and plus 4. These are representation of integers in different situations. Well, the mistake I made in the video is, for this, when I took B equal to 3, instead of writing 3Q, I have written 2Q and I did not notice that time. Okay? And one more error that I made, I divided this dividend by a divisor, correct? Then by mistake I took 2s which was bigger than this. So then I have to take 1s. That 1 I wrote here, then subtracted, and then next was pi I wrote here, and then I think I got the remainder 0. So instead of correcting this 1 and not putting 1 here, I put 1 here and then 2 remained there only. So that was the mistake. Alright. So I hope all the corrections are done, and I'm very much sure all these errors that I have made may be rectified by you. You must have identified them yourselves and understood them well. Of course, if you are paying attention, you will understand. Okay, so here are few questions. I have chosen few questions from the assignment. 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Okay, let's see the number 5. The largest number which divides 85 and 77, leaving the remainders 5 and 7 respectively is dash. Very quickly, now this is just one mark question. Largest number that divides 85 and 77. Suppose it is x, then it leaves the remainder 5, and in the second case, it leaves the remainder 7. So both 85 and 77 are divided by the largest number x, and it leaves the remainder 5 and 7. Now you can see that video. Well, here you can say Q1, here you can say Q2. So this 85 is equal to x into Q1 plus 5. this 77 is equal to x into q2 plus 7. So 80 pi minus pi is equal to x into q1, and 77 minus 7 is equal to x into q2. So that is 80 is equal to x into q1 and 70 is equal to x into q2. बोलिए, in this situation, this is visualizing HCF at angle from angle 40. So this x is HCF of 80 and 70. Children, you can write this directly here. With experience, you will realize this. Baba, this x is nothing, that x is equal to HCF of 80 pi minus pi and 77 minus 7. Am I right? So that is HCF of 80 and 70. So you may write directly. When it is 1 mark question, you can use this hint. Clear? And what is HCF of 80 and 70? It is 10. So that biggest number is 10. Clear? Alright. Let's see the sixth one. Very interesting. It is different. You have to use your common sense, nothing else. N square minus 1, where n is what? Any integer is divisible by 8 if n is dash. Now what is the first option, children, here? You will have to check option wise. N square minus 1. The first option given is integer. Take any integer you like. Take n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3. If you take n is equal to 1, 1 minus 1 and that is 0. Of course, which is divisible by 8. Right? Then if you take 2, 2 square is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 is 3 divisible by 8? No. So you can't take integer. So option A, we remove it. Right? Next, second option, option B is what? A natural number. Natural number. Take any natural number. We have taken natural numbers only. Take n equal to 1. 1 minus 1, that is 0. Is it divisible by 8? Yes. 2. 2 square is 4. 4 minus 1, that is 0. Sorry. 3. Is it divisible by 8? No. 3 3s are 9. 3 square, 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Divide by 8. Is it divisible? But all are not divisible. For all natural numbers, n square minus 1 is not divisible. Here it's not divisible. Correct? So it cannot be natural number. Let's see next. Odd integer. Odd integer. N square minus 1. Odd integers. Which are odd integers? 1, 3, 5, 7. If I put 1, 1 minus 1. That is 0. If I put 3, 3 square is 9 minus 1. That is 8. If I take 5, 5 square is 24. 25 minus 1. That is 24. If I take 7, 7 square is 49 minus 1. And that is 48. Correct? Is this divisible by 8? Yes. Is 8 divisible by 8? Yes. Is 24 divisible by 8? Yes. Is 48 divisible by 8? Yes. If you take no values, say suppose 9. 9 square, 81 minus 1, 80. Is 80 divisible by 8? Yes. So you see, for every odd integer n square minus 1 is divisible by 8. So it is second one, an odd integer. The answer is odd integer. Got it, children? Fine. Now, if minus 1 raised to n plus minus 1 raised to 4n is equal to 0, it is equation, children, it is equation, it is equal to 0, then n is dash. Once again, we'll see the options one by one. Minus 1 raised to n plus minus 1 raised to 4n is equal to 0. Option A, a positive integer. Option A is what? Positive integer. This n is positive integer. And which are positive integers? 1, 2, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. These are positive integers. Children, if I take n equal to 1, it is odd. So the value will be negative because base is negative. So value will be negative. It is minus 1. Yeah, if you take 1 4s are 4. So index would be 4 and it is even. So value will be positive. So that is equal to 0. Okay, correct. If I take 2, n equal to 2. So it will be minus 1 raised to 2. Index is even. So value would be plus 1. Here if I take 2, the index would be minus 1 raised to 8. Again the index is even. So value would be plus 1. 1 plus 1, 2. So it will not be equal to 0. It will be equal to 2. So you can't take positive integer. You can't take positive integer. Children, it's very simple actually. Now second option is what? Second option is any odd natural number. Odd natural number. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. Take 1, n equal to 1. So it will be odd. Odd means the value of the first power would be minus 1. Yeah. Take 1. So 4 ones are 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 and that is even. So value of minus 1 raised to 4 will be plus 1 and you are getting 0. Correct. Now take 3. Minus 1 raised to 3. Index is odd. So its value is going to be minus 1 plus minus 1 raised to 4 into 3, 12. Index is even. So answer would be plus 1 and that gives you 0. See now, if you take 3, index odd, so minus 1. Then, 3 we have already taken, so 5. 5, index is odd, so minus 1. 4 5s are 20, it is even. So this will be plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1, it will be 0. 9, minus 1 raised to 9, minus 1. Now 4 9s is 36. 36 is even index. So minus 1 raised to 36 plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. So for every odd natural number, n is odd natural number. Is that clear to you? For that, this equation is satisfied. Next, the least number that is divisible by all numbers 1 to 10 in both inclusive, 1 is also included and 10 is also included, is that the least number, children, that least number divisible by 1, that least number x divisible by 2, least number x divisible by 3, up till that least number x divisible by 10. Bolo, in this situation the remainder is 0, exactly divisible, so remainder is 0, remainder is 0. Children, I can write directly x equal to x equal to x equal to, what is x equal to? LCM of 1, 2, 3 up till 10. How do you find LCM? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the numbers will have to be taken together. Bolo, 2 से divisible कौन से numbers है? What I am encircling. 2 1s are, this one I am not writing. 3 I am writing. 2s are. 5 I am writing. Let me write 1 also. So 3s are, 7s are, 4s are, 9 as it is, and 5s are. Are there any numbers still divisible by 2? Yes. 1 as it is, 1 as it is, 3 as it is, 1s are. 5 as it is, 3 as it is, 7 as it is, 2s are, 9 as it is. Still any number divisible by 2? Yeah, we got one number. 1s are, 3s are, 1, 5, 3, 7. 2 1s are, 9 and 5. Now no number is divisible by 2. Is there any number divisible by 3? Yes, here 1, 2, 3. So 3s are 1 as it is, 1 as it is, 1. 1s are 1 as it is, 5 as it is. 1s are 7 as it is, 1. 3s are 5. Still any number divisible by 3? That is 1. 1, 1, 1. This is 5, 1. 7 as it is. 1s are, 3 1s are, and 5. Then no number is divisible by 3. 5, yes, there are two numbers. 5, here it will be 1, 1, and this is 7. And finally 7, 1. So product of all these numbers, you find out. So LCM, that is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 10. 5 into 7. 5 2s are 10. I am choosing the pair for product. Correct? Now this is 9 4s are 36 into 7. 7 6 are 42 4, 21 25 into 10, so 1 0. So that is 252, 0. That is the smallest number which is divisible by any number starting from 1 to 10. Correct? Alright. Fine. This one, I hope you got those. Many of you may have solved this. Congratulations if you have solved. Good. Check. Now this 3 raised to 13 minus 3 raised to 10 is divisible by dash. Children, this, can I write like this? 10 plus 3. For 13, can I write 10 plus 3? Is it 10 raised to 3 into, 3 raised to 10 into 3 cube? Look, observe and understand. यदि ये होता 3 raised to 10 into 3 cube, because of like base, we could have applied the law of multiplication of powers. Like base 3 and up, you could have written 10 plus 3. Now I am exactly doing the reverse. If it is 3 raised to 10 plus 3, then I can write 3 raised to 10 into 3 raised to 3 or 3 cube. Are you getting me? But then now the question is, why 13 is 10 plus 3? Why that is taken? Because here we have 3 raised to 10. So this is 3 raised to 10 into 3 cube. I hope you understood. Minus 3 raised to 10. So 3 raised to 10 is common. 3 cube minus 1. 3 raised to 10 into 3 cube is 27 minus 1. 3 raised to 10 means 3 into 3 into 3, 10 times. Correct? 10 times. 3 is multiplied with itself 10 times. And this is 26. So that is 3 into 3 into 3, 10 times multiplied by factor prime factor 2 into 13. आप देख सकते हैं 2 is a factor of this, 3 is a factor of this, and 13 is a factor of this. So 2, 3 and 13, they are factors of this value. Clear to you? Okay. 13, 20 and 21, where 20 and 21 are true or false. A number n, when divided by 14, gives the remainder 5. A number n, it's capital number n, when divided by 14, gives the remainder 5. We do not know the quotient. Let's say q. Okay. What is the remainder when the same number, that means n, is divided by 7? When you divide the same number n by 7, what is the remainder? Children, very simple. See the prime factors of 14, 2 and 7. 2 and 7. So if n is divisible by 14, leaving remainder 5, n should be divisible by 2 as well as 7, leaving the remainder 5, provided that this remainder is smaller than divisor. Now look here. If you divide n by 2, the possible remainders are 0 and 1. And if you divide by 7, possible remainders are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So when you divide n by 2, you cannot get remainder 5. But if you divide by 7, which is a multiple of 2, you can get remainder 5. So here also the remainder is 5 only. If you divide n by 14 and get remainder 5, you should get dividing n by 2 and 7 also the remainder 5, provided that the divisor you choose is bigger than the remainder. Now 2 is not bigger than the remainder, but 7 is bigger than the remainder. So when you divide by 7, you can get remainder 5. You will get the same remainder 5. So the answer is 5. Answer in this case is 5. Clear? Okay. Fine. Slightly difficult, but you can understand it. Check. Next, the product of two consecutive integers is divisible by 2. Any two consecutive integers, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Product. We have to take product. These are two consecutive integers, and what is its product? 2. What is the product of next consecutive integers? 6. What is the product of next? 12. What is the product of next? 20. 5 into 6, 30. Then 6 into 7, 42. So you will get all these products. What are these? What are these? What I put in the box? They are product of consecutive integers. Are they divisible by 2? Yes, all are even. So they are divisible by 2. So this is true. This statement is true. Is that clear? They are all divisible by 2. Next. The product of 3 consecutive positive integers is divisible by 6. This time 3 consecutive. Here you have 2 consecutive integers. Here you have 3. So 1, 2 and 3. 2, 3 and 4. 4, 5 and 6. 6, 7 and 8. You can choose any children. 27, 28 and 29. Don't ask me to find that product. Now product of this. Alright. Product. This is 6. This is 12 2s are 24. 34s are 120. Now this I'll have to multiply. 56 multiplied by 6. 36, 3, 30 and 33. So that is 3, 3, 6. This I'll multiply using a calculator here. I've got a calculator. It is 27 into 28 into 29. That is 21924. Shall now look at the statement. The product of 3 consecutive integers, these are product of 3 consecutive integers, is divisible by 6. See the first one, is it divisible by 6? Yes. 24, 6 4s are. 120, 6 20s are. This is divisible, children. 6 5s are 33, 6 6s are. So it is divisible by 56. And even this is divisible if you check. So this is also a true statement. Got it? Okay, now the word problems, where you really find problems, right? So, well, one of the student asked me, why after reading the statement, we are not getting whether we have to go for HCF or LCF. How do we know in this particular word problem we have to find HCF or LCF? Again, children, you didn't watch the video properly. I have given you those 4 tricks. Visualizing HCF from angle 40 degree. Visualizing HCF from angle 77 degree. Visualizing angle 40 degree, that is LCM from 40 degree. And finally visualizing LCM from angle 77 degree. So you have to see that nicely. You watch those videos again and try to understand. Same thing I am going to explain to you here. Please pay attention. But I am also going to give you a hint that I can give you only after the concept is clear. First, if I give the hint, then you would go for that only. You won't try to understand the concept. So now what is the hint? I am going to do all the 3 sums simultaneously. And we are going to have a comparative study. That might help you to understand better. So one by one I am reading the statement and try to understand what we are supposed to find here. Okay? And then we'll decide whether it is HCF or LCF. Okay? Fine. Find the largest positive integer that will divide 318 and 739, leaving remainders 3 and 4 respectively. Find what? Largest. The word largest has given you hint that you can go for largest common factor. Highest, largest means highest. So here you have to find HCF. But it is only hint. It is only hint. Okay? Wait. Let's see further. Second one. The length, breadth and height of a room are 8 meter 25 centimeter, 6 meter 75 centimeter and 4 meter 50 centimeter respectively. Length, breadth and height of the room. Determine the longest rod which can measure the 3 dimensions of the room exactly. Longest largest, highest, it means the same. So once again here we'll have to go for HCF. But believe me children, it is just a hint still. Okay, let's see the third one. On a morning walk, 3 persons step off together and their steps measure 40 centimeter, 42 centimeter and 45 centimeter respectively. What is the minimum distance? What is the minimum distance each should walk so that each can cover the same distance in complete steps? Minimum means small, means less, smallest, smallest, least. Minimum, smallest, least, less. Least common multiple. So here you have to find an LCM. But again I'm telling you, I'm warning you, it is just a hint. You have to be very clear with your concept. If you have absorbed the concept well, very quickly you can decide whether you have to go for HCF or LCM using the hint. Okay? Chalo. Let's see. Now we'll try to understand each one by one. The largest positive integer that will divide. Largest positive number that will divide what? 318 and a 739. And this is the largest number that will divide these two numbers, leaving the remainder 3 in the first case and 4 in the second case. This is whatever Q. Please try to understand. Remainder has to be 0. So I subtract 3 from here, that remainder. Remainder has to be 0. So I subtract 4. 739 minus 4. 318. Alright. The original concept we'll see. We'll see the original concept. Okay, let's say Q1 and Q2. So what is 318 equal to? Divisor into quotient plus remainder 3. What is dividend? 739 divisor x into quotient Q2 plus 4. Take 3 on other side. 318 minus 3. That is x into Q1. 739 minus 4. That is equal to x into Q2. Well, see this. This is visualization of HCF from angle 40 degree. What is x? The HCF of these two numbers. HCF of these two numbers. If no remainder was there, we could have said minus 0, which means the same number. So if you want remainder 0 here, subtract 3, so you get remainder 0. If you want remainder 0 here, from this dividend subtract 4. Is that clear? Have you understood this? इतना समझ में आया? बस आगे मैं नहीं करने वाला, बाद में कंपैरेटिव स्टडी करेंगे. चलिए नेक्स्ट. The length, breadth and height of the room. Let's say this is the length, this is the breadth and this is the height of the room. What is the length? 8 meter 25 centimeter. Now it is in terms of meter and centimeter. So I'll write 825 centimeter. ये third standard में आपने convert किया है. This is length. This is length. Now this is height. And this one is breadth. How much is the breadth? 6 meter 75 centimeter. So 675 centimeter. And what is the height? 4 meter 50 centimeter. So 450 centimeter. Please try to understand. I'm going to measure the length, which is first dimension of the room, breadth, second dimension, and height, third dimension. So every room has 3 dimensions, length, breadth, and height. I'm going to use a rod. Suppose this is rod. This is larger rod, this is smaller rod. You can have still a smaller rod. Can you see? Pen is imagine this as 3 rods. The largest, smallest, smaller and smallest. Okay? Suppose I choose this rod and measure the length. It should be exactly measured. That means whatever is the length of the rod, if you divide 8, it will divide 825 exactly, giving you the remainder 0. It has to measure the breadth also exactly. This rod, 1, 2, 3. Are you getting me? It has to measure the breadth also exactly. That means if you divide breadth by the length of the rod, remainder will be 0. Now it has to measure the height with the help of this rod. It has to measure the height also exactly. Means height 450 is exactly divisible by this length. So what you are doing, what is the concept? That length, this breadth and height. What is length? 825. Breadth 675 centimeter and height 450. Divide by the length of that rod. Length of the rod will not change. The length of the rod will be same in measuring length, breadth and height. Are you getting me? Leaving remainder 0, leaving remainder 0, leaving remainder 0. Exactly divisible, so leaving remainder 0. So this is one situation. Here you can say this x, yeah, q1, q2, q3. 825 is equal to x into q1 plus 0 I will not write. 675 is equal to x into q2 plus 0 I am not writing, it doesn't make any sense. 450 is equal to x into q3. See this situation, viewing HCF from angle 40 degree. Instead of 2 numbers, we have 3 numbers. Doesn't matter, x is there in the product here. So x is a common factor. Not only common factor, it is the highest common factor of 825, 675 and 450. Clear? So we have to find HCF here. Now it is confirmed HCF. Okay? Alright. Third one. Please pay attention. On morning walk, 3 persons step off together. Person 1, person 2 and person 3. 3 persons step up together. And their steps measure. Iska 1, 2. See, like this. He will move. This step is 40 centimeter. The second one thoda bada hai, 42 centimeter. And for the third person it is still bigger, 45 centimeter. Please try to understand. What is the minimum distance each should walk so that each can cover the same distance in complete step? Say suppose the first one completes 2 steps. So 40 plus 40. 3 steps, 40 plus 40 plus 40 will be this distance covered. 4 steps, 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. That means 4 times 40. Suppose he completes A steps. How many steps he completes? A. And what is the distance? A times 40. Same way, second step 42 plus 42. Third step 42 plus 42 plus 42. That means 3 times 42. Now suppose he completes B steps. So B times 42 is the total distance traveled by the second person. Third, 45 plus 45 plus 45. And suppose he takes 3 steps. उन्होंने 3 steps, C steps लिया. So what is the distance traveled? C times 45. Children, minimum distance traveled and same distance. Distance traveled by person A, let's say X. Then distance traveled by person B is also X and by C also X. So here is the comparison. Here is the comparison. In this case, you can say X is LCM of A, B and C. X is LCM of A, B and C. Are you getting me? So in this case, you have to find LCM. Children, now what we are going to see is very important, and that is the last hope. And hope you should be always, means hope should be everlasting, not the last hope. Anyway, but I feel the last thing that I'm going to show you here should clarify, it should make your doubt clear when to find HCF and when to find LCM. Let's see. Those 3 sums, if you remember, the number 318 divided by X, 739 divided by X, in this case the remainder was 3, in this case the remainder was 4. Check. Here, 825 divided by X, then 675 divided by x and 450 divided by x. Remainder 0, remainder 0, remainder 0. And in this case, the distance traveled by all three is x. The distance traveled by all three is x. Distance traveled by all three same, equal distance x. And minimum distance. First one step is 40. So that means 40 is a factor of x, or x is a multiple of 40, remainder would be 0. Divide by 42, remainder would be 0. Divide by 45, remainder would be 0. Children, please watch out. What is same here? X. What is same here? X. What is same here? X. Correct? Now you should remember, this divisor is always a factor and this dividend is always a multiple. You can say factor, divisor is x is factor of 380 and a 380 is multiple of x. 450 is multiple of x. 40 is factor of x. X is a multiple of 45. X is factor of 825. Are you getting me? Achha. What is common is divisor, so it is factor. The hint is already there, largest factor. So here you have to find HCF. Again, what is common? X, and it exists as a divisor, which is a factor. And already you had hint longest, largest. So this is largest factor, highest common factor. Getting it? Now what is common? X. It is existing as dividend. Now dividend is a multiple, so it is a multiple, and already hint was there. Minimum means least, so this is least common multiple. So here you have to find LCM. I hope you got it. Okay, children, few more. This is one of the students had sent me the question, so I'll solve for him as well as others can take advantage of that. Let's read. Tamanna is arranging black marbles in groups of 13 and purple marbles in groups of 25. If she has the same number of black marbles and purple marbles, whatever number of black marbles she has, same number of purple marbles she has. What is the smallest number of marbles each color that she could have? You got hint but not the confirmation. Smallest means least. Least means LCM. You may have to find LCM here. Correct? That is only hint. Now let's confirm it. Okay. Which marbles? Black. And then purple. Just like stats that we did in the last sum. How many? 13 marbles plus 13 marbles plus 13 marbles. In each, she arranges this black marbles in groups, and in each group she has 13 marbles. How many? Let's say A groups. She has made A groups. Purple, 25 each. 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus ... B groups. So how many groups here? So what is the total number of black marbles? 13 plus 13 plus 13, 8 times. So 8 times 13. What about this? 25 plus 25 plus 25. She forms B groups. So B times 25. But the number of marbles, that smallest number of marbles, alright, is same. So let me say it's X. It's X. So here you are. Here you are. See this? So you can say that least number of marbles, is X. Correct? Smallest number. It is exactly divisible by 13 because in each group there are 13. Remainder would be 0. It is exactly divisible by 25 because in each group there are 25. Forget about this quotient Q1, Q2. Right? Now what is same? What is common? X. Where it exists? As divisor or multiple? Multiple. So you have to find. So here X is least common multiple of 13 and 25. and find out what is LCM of 13 and 25. That is the number of black as well as purple marble that Tamanna has. Clear? Okay. Hope so, huh, children? Alright. Now this is from assignment 1.2. One student lately sent me, what is the meaning here? He didn't understand this. I'll read the question. Product of how many powers, that is minimum, can 336 be represented? Let's find out the factors of 336. 2 1s are 6 are 8s are. 2 8s are 4s are. 2 4s are 2s are. 2 2s are 2 1s are. 3 7s are 7 1s are. 336 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 4 times, right? Into 3 into 7. I may write like this. 2 square into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. I may write like this. 3 को साथ में 2 cube into 2 into 3 into 7. Or I may write like this. 2, all 4 together. 2 raised to 4 into 3 into 7. Are you getting me? So 336 can be represented as product of powers. Here index you can take 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 powers. Product of 6 powers. 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is product of 5 powers. 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Product of 4 powers. Here 1 and 1. 1, 2, 3. Product of 3 powers. So here is the answer. Minimum powers होना चाहिए. So that is 3. So answer is 3. Is that clear? Children, still I am telling you that hint is only hint, not the confirmation. Let me give you an example to understand that. In second and third standard, you learned word problems of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division in fourth standard as well. Correct? Let me say one statement. There are 490 trees in the forest. 225 trees were newly planted. So what is the total number of plants, trees in the forest now? What do you have to do? Add. Why? Because that word total is there. Correct? Okay, fine. I had 45 rupees. My mother gave me 25 rupees. And my father gave me 10 rupees. So what is the total amount I am having now? Again, I have to add those three figures. So total, correct? There were 1000 trees in the forest. 250 trees were cut down. So how many trees were left? The word left says it is minus. So in the lower standard, of course the teacher have explained to you, they must have cleared your concept. But then they must have said, okay, if there is total, you have to add. If there is left, you have to subtract. Am I right? And you all thought that is easier way. So whenever you come across the word total in the word problem, you would add. Now see the statement that I am giving you. The cost of 1 pen is 5 rupees. What is the total cost of 25 pens? Total. You may say I have to add 25 plus 5, 30. Do you remember? That is what you used to do when you were small in second and third standard. This is not total, doesn't mean here addition 25. It is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. It is repeated addition till 25 times. So it is 25 times 5. So you have to find the product. It's multiplication sum there. So just looking at the word total, you cannot say here you have to add. Sometimes you need to multiply. Same way on rare occasions, though rare occasions, you may get it wrong. You may say list smallest number and find LCM, the greatest number and find LCM. Sometimes it may be proved wrong. So don't take risk. Yes, take hint and then confirm it. I hope your all difficulties are solved. Very soon we'll be completing this chapter, and once we complete the chapter, you will have to answer the test also. So be prepared. Now wait till the next video. Goodbye then.